I guess let's start.
Success!
Now, I decided to get always costly for my 20% runs as well. Quite simply because, for me personally, it gains more time than it costs. This is not true for someone who plays of the level of Kalamandu. Well, I think it doesn't, I'm not sure. I will try this strategy once. Wow, I got it. I'm surprised. And I should not have died there. Because, despite it looking fairly tight, it's actually rather easy. You simply keep going without stopping. You have always the same setup for the first TAS. And it always works out to be the same, which is really convenient. Also for the second part of that TAS, when he's jumping, you want to get 1 times 3 and 2 times 2 blocks, or 1 times 1 at the very beginning. Well, 1 times 1 at the very beginning and 3 times 2 steps at a time. So you don't end up with having to wait for 1 step at the end, which is small optimization, I guess. Also, my split here corresponds to not getting ghastly at all. And I still don't lose that much time. Which tells me my split is horrible. Or the previous attempt, for that matter. That wasn't good. Wow, I'm improvising. That's not how this fight is supposed to go. My damage is very bad right now. Oh well, it's better than dying, I guess. I hit my split always at the screen transition there. I wonder. Would it actually be faster? No, I don't get it. There is a trick you can do here to jump over the first set of spike, but it involves a glitch we don't quite know how it works yet. Now for this section, I usually die at least once here. Like that. It's not that this game is very interesting to run, if you have never seen it. It's not that it's... well, it is hard, but once you get practice at it, it's not too bad anymore. However, it's still very easy to mess up, you could say. You rarely get 100% consistent at it. At least not for every single part. You can get very consistent at it, but not 100%, I don't think. 100%, I don't think. That was silly. I think I got it. If you get at least 2 shots at the very beginning there, you can get a very fast quick kill on Krakow, which saves a fair bit of time. If I can get... Yeah, I didn't get it. I would have to have one shot more here. Wow. I messed that up completely. Now the problem is, if I would kill him here, the spinning stars would follow Krakow and it would be very hard to avoid because of the shaking screen. So I'd rather wait. Despite it being only one shot. The next trick section here. This is probably the hardest section of the whole world. This jump on the left here. It's fairly precise actually. Okay. It's not too bad once you get used to it, but again, it's hard to get really consistent at it. It's really easy to mess up. And this jump here is pretty much the same actually. It's not as bad as the previous one, but still not too easy. And turn down your volume. Another spider is incoming. Just saying. Resetting here to get a better spike pattern down here. Or a more consistent one for that matter. Oh wow. I didn't hit the save and reset already. That's not good. That's not good at all. That's what you want to do. Also getting down here is... You have maximum of 2 pixels leeway. I think it's only 1. It's really not much. Again, resetting to get to know how the spikes look on this screen. And that's one too. Hello, Mr. DDD. Jump down. Jump. The funny part about this, you can already input the commands when he uses his last... when he yells his last command. It's rather easy. Down, attack, right, down. Down, attack, right, jump. I'm not sure I got that. I guess the last one, more or less. Attack, right, jump. Attack, attack, right, jump. I really shouldn't be talking during this part. I'm a master at messing up the easy part when I'm talking. Oh well. The big DDD here has still a hitbox, so if you would run into him, you would still die. However, the guy up there, I don't know how it's called, he has no hitbox. Just some random trivia. Wow. And that's one of the only disadvantages of Dark Boshy. He's fairly hard to see on the dark background here. And I messed it up again. However, these are no reset runs. I'm not going to reset. Besides, I still can get easily a PB. I'm not that good yet. Or at all, I guess. Oops. Okay. Got him before the car. That's good enough. Also, I don't have to walk to the right side already, because I get teleported to the middle anyways, and I still have to walk to the right. Oh, I'm silly. I didn't save and reset already. What am I doing? That's where I wanted to go. Come on. Catching Ghastly. Now, Ghastly, for those that don't know, he is a useful tool to get, in essence. He adds another shot every, you could say 3 or 4 seconds, depending on how fast you shoot. Which may not sound like much, but it adds up in several boss fights, because you can only have 5 bullets on the screen at a time. You are pretty limited when the boss is fairly far away and you have to, well, shoot from far away, because you only have the small platforms to stand on. So the bullets are... you do less damage because they can't get near boss, essentially. I'm really not good at explaining, I'm sorry. But in any case, the further away the boss is, the more damage Ghastly will do over time. That's tricky. Okay, it worked out. Resetting here. Get the fast pattern if I can get it. I make it look way harder than it actually is. Once you actually practice this a little, it's not too bad anymore. But I'm having a hard time getting consistent at it. And that's that. Oops. I want to save on the right of the block, so I get the consistent Lackey to set up. Lackey to up there is a very annoying fellow. He reacts to every move that you do, and if you save on the right of this block, it simply gives you an easier setup to avoid his attacks. And you shouldn't die there. This is one of the easiest rooms in this world, if not the easiest one. I guess the starting section is easier, but that's about it. It's mostly about memorizing how to beat it. I should have called Ghastly earlier. Did he just stop below me? He's just stopped below me. Why do he do that? That's so weird. I still don't know. Maybe if I don't move, he stops below me. If I simply jump straight up, I don't know. But it doesn't seem to happen to any other runner. So I guess this might have something to do with it. Because I'm pretty much the only one who jumps straight up and keeps smashing. Also, I really should figure out whether this actually saves time. What I just did there is I hit S to skip cutscenes, and it works for this part. It looks funny, kind of. But I don't know if it's any faster. But why not do it, I guess? Also, Ireland figured out some very interesting Mario strats for the last part here, which is very consistent and fairly easy. You simply start on the left. That's all there is to it. And that was good. Oh. I'm having a really hard time reaching over to F9 to deactivate Ghastly. That's something weird. Now for World 4. For one, the music is awesome and I'm talking over it, I guess. But this world, in my opinion, is the best world of all, because it has a really nice flow to it. The difficulty is always increasing. It never feels too difficult, and you can get very, very consistent at it. But as always, it's easy to mess up. Nice. Okay. Now for here, I hack the right wall here, so I don't have to hack the lower wall here to get this set up. Which may sound confusing if you don't know what I'm talking about, I guess. And I messed it up anyways. But in any case, it works. Oh, I really want to save here. Because, well, pretty much as everything, it's easy to mess up. Now I don't save here because it's simply not worth it. It's easy enough to get to the next save point without saving there. Now for the two most dreaded sections of the game. Well, the IWBTB section, or as I call it, the big drop, and the Gravitron right afterwards. Greetings, Ireland, whatever. Greetings, good evening, or good morning, I don't know. I should focus on this part. I'm making this look much harder than it actually is. And thank you, Ireland. I only saw that you wrote something, I could only read it by now. No! I should have tried to cross it earlier. The funny thing about this Gravitron here is, it is much easier than the original Gravitron actually. Because your hitbox is smaller, the flying things are smaller, they have easier patterns to dodge. And, well, you have more room to play with than the original. However, you have to survive the whole thing in one go. The IWBTB Gravitron, you can get 5 seconds into it, die, and then continue from every 5 seconds on. Which is why I think they are about equally hard. However, for a casual playthrough, IWBTB Gravitron is probably much quicker to get through. Now let's see. Violante is one of the easiest bosses for a casual playthrough, and it's one of the easiest bosses for a speedrun. He has barely any randomness. However, I seem to mess it up lately a lot. No. Okay, it worked out. Oh, disable sound there and activate it again. Wow, I got that. This first section usually takes me much longer. Well, I want to save here. I'm really surprised by that. World 5. It is essentially the world I really don't like. Mostly because it has a lot of fairly hard parts in it. Difficult parts, I guess. Is the better word for it. Almost every... well, between every save, you have at least one fairly difficult thing to do. And it's easy to lose a lot of time in this world. Like this one here. Yes, like that. You only have very little leeway to... Let me actually try something. What happens if I hug the left wall here? The left one. If I can't get through it. No. Doesn't seem to make that any easier at all. If anything, it makes it harder, I guess. Oh well. I probably should figure out a setup that gives you the most leeway, I guess, which would be useful. Also, a random thing to note, the ghost doesn't follow you into that screen for a very long time. However, he can follow you into this screen. Now for those that don't know, I don't hold jump here, and it gives me the full jump height anyways, after bouncing off this enemy. But only if you walk off a surface. If you jump off a surface, you get the minimal jump distance. Wow, salvaged it. Wow, this shouldn't happen. Yes, we should do this again sometime. Let's see, how long does it take me this time? My PB, I think I got him first try. Which is fairly rare for me. I guess this is why it was a PB. Wow. Oh well.
You're too slow. Too easy. Piece of cake. Here, I'll show you.
Ooh.
Sonic's the name, speed's my
I think I got it. Yeah, I got it. No! Wow. That's sad. For those that didn't see, I walked off the left of the platform. If I simply stayed on the platform and kept spamming, I would have won. Oh well, such is life. Well, let's see the positive part. I get to practice it some more, I guess. I should have played that better. Only 3 damage, that's not a whole lot. I really have to figure out how to salvage it if he starts like this. I think simply standing and jumping late might help. Well, this could take a while, I guess. 6 damage. Six. You need a total of 15 damage to push him into the next phase. Okay, let's not mess it up this time. Pretty sure I can get him here. Yes. Wow, I lost a ton of time there. But I'm still far ahead. This tells me my last one run was horrible. It's that simple. Come on. This first section of a world is one of the hardest sections from safe to safe of anything, really. Mostly because of the first jump between the spikes there and the eyeball. Both jumps are really precise to actually make. It's neither pixel nor frame perfect, but if you play it yourself, you will quickly realize how ridiculously tight these jumps actually are. Wow. Too late. That's okay. Now whether Simon follows me or not really doesn't matter, because I'm quick enough to avoid him anyways.
Let's go!
Oh yeah, I totally forgot. Volume warning. I guess it's a bit late now. Setting this up. The reason why I went back down there for a little bit was to set up the next screen so I could simply walk and get past the skeleton. I think setting up actually cost me more time than it actually solved, but it's way easier to do it this way. Come on. Also, this is not quite intended, I think. Essentially, this lets you skip 2 minutes of an auto-scroller, which is a fairly long chunk of the game. I think it's unintended, but you never know with Solgren. Solgren is the guy who made this game, by the way. Wow, he was very nice with the fireballs here. He's not usually that nice.
You will die.
Come on. Okay. Whew. As far as I know, in my previous best, I didn't go for the quick kill here. Well, it's technically the quick kill, but that doesn't matter really. In any case, I saved time, because it was the first try, and well, a lot of time. Let's keep going, I guess.
Success!
That's actually a good point. Chaos. I didn't think about that. Thing is, there once... Wow, I messed that up. No! Come on. Okay, now I got it. Wow, that cost me way much more time than it should have. Where was I? Well, okay. In a previous version of this game, there was actually a safe jump section in the first world. But that section was so annoying, Solgrim decided to remove it. There is still a safe jump section later for a secret, and a safe jump section which is fairly easy but required to do in World 11. However, thinking about it, it may very well be intentional actually. Because, I mean, why else would there be a single block at the end which you can stand on, which does not have spike on it, and you can just jump over it? Who knows? In any case, the count. He's a fairly... wow. You should not die there. Oh, he's a fairly interesting fellow. Now, this may sound silly, but... wow. The hardest part of this is the second section. Wow, I died before it. That's not good. In any case, the hardest part is the screen after this. I really should focus. Well, and the funny thing is, if you rush it, it's actually much easier to do than trying to get every single jump properly. Are you kidding me? I'm so bad currently. I didn't even get to the hard jump yet. Like that. I just rushed it and it worked out perfectly. Wow. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I should have told you. Volume running again. That was a really bad first part of World 7 here. This should have been much quicker actually. Now the second part is technically harder. For jumps like this. This may not look too hard, but you cannot clear these spikes with a single jump. You have to use a double jump, which makes it fairly tricky. I save here, just because I'm prone to mess this up a lot. Come on. Wow, okay, it works. Reset here to get this far, which is exactly as far as you need to go past him with the next cycle without any trouble. Ooh, okay, worked out. It's funny, if I reset there on the second part to reset the pattern, it seems that it's harder for me. Come on. Okay, unlocked. The jump in the previous screen was actually a fairly tight one to not die by the spikes. I'm glad I got it that quick. Wow, messed it up. This section here is actually surprisingly enough not that hard to play, despite how it looks. You simply have to be careful. Yeah, that's it. I lost a ton of time, I imagine. Well, it's actually okay. Now for Mega Man. Mega Man is all about killing the Bombman and Elecman here quickly. The quicker you manage to kill both of them, the more reliable setup you get for Ringman. Wow, that was risky. And it didn't work out. Interestingly enough, for a casual playthrough, Mega Man is one of the hardest bosses. However, you can get really consistent at it to the point that you shouldn't die to him anymore. Which makes it silly that I die a lot, I guess. Also, I'm not sure if you're watching Ireland, but I incorporated the mini jumps for hitting Elecman more reliably and not shooting below him. Oh my god. I was too fast there. Oh. The mini jumps are really useful, especially for when you are making 100% run. Where you don't have Dark Boshy at this section. Come on. Okay, this should work out. No, it doesn't. Okay, I got him here. That took me way longer than it should have. Now for this bullet hell. Someone, I really don't know who, recently figured out you can simply stand here. Which is really useful. Makes it a whole lot easier. Also, I spam kill and, well, kill Skullman before his second shield attack, you could say. Which trivializes the fight. And once I survive these flames, I pretty much won. Oh, I think I hit the split early here. Oh well. Now for World 8. World 8 is pretty unforgiving. If you do one mistake at pretty much any point, you lose a ton of time. Because it consists of, you could say, 3 auto-scrollers. Wow. That's the easy section. And then I mess it up again. Okay. I use nanostrats here. I don't think that's the intended way to beat it. I'm pretty sure you are intended to use those platform guys to get between the spikes. However, doing it like this is much easier in my opinion. It's not faster, but it's easier. Now for the first auto-scroller. You want to reset just in front of it, so you get a favorable pattern for these spinning firebars. Come on. Oh my god. Again, I lost a ton of time when I died there. I had to rush there because I didn't jump properly earlier. That was silly. If I walk off here, I don't have to hold jump. Very useful. Also, fun fact, no matter if you have another double jump left or you don't, jumping onto these guys removes your double jump. So you never have a double jump if you jump off those green guys. Which is just a little bit of trivia. Oh yeah, that's the second auto-scroller, by the way, and I'm glad I got it. I would have to make a huge mess up to die now. Yeah, I got it. Oh, come on. This worked out. And for this, surprisingly how easy it is once you know how to do it. And for the last auto-scroller. Ireland, are you still watching? Ooh, that was lucky. Almost messed that up.
Shit just got real.
Oh yeah, this is the single hardest screen of the whole game. It does not only look ridiculous, it is also pretty ridiculous to play. Most of those jumps are really tight, you could say. Come on. And I would like to say that my practice actually paid off. Yay. Pretty much the exact same time. Where is my ghastly? That's not nice.
Finish him. Fatality. Excellent.
Wow, that blood pattern. Shang Tsung is one of the more random boss fights of this whole game.
Well done.
Mostly because of his blood splatter. However,
Finish him.
if you optimize him well, you can beat him before his second blood splatter.
Fatality.
Oh my god. And this saves a whole lot of RNG. This was the first one I'm dying to, by the way.
Fight. Well done. Finish him.
Oh. I have to walk more back further. And I messed it up again. I hope I get him soon. Because spamming like this is really exhausting. Or tiring for your arm, you could say.
Finish him. Fatality. Excellent.
Okay, I should have him here now. Yep.
Flawless victory. Finish him.
Ooh. Shang Tsung was pretty much my most hated boss up to the point where I optimized him. He's still not the best, but it's not as bad anymore. Oh, come on. That's a silly place to die. Now for this world, there are again a lot of screens where you can lose a ton of time without them being particularly hard. It's usually something like this. On the top left you can see why. If you fall down here you have to do the whole room again. And the jump is so... it's not hard, but it's so finicky, you could say. It's easy, really easy to mess up. And you lose a ton of time if you mess it up. Now this room isn't too bad on average mode. On hard mode, this safe up here does not exist, which makes it a whole lot more unforgiving if you make a mistake. Okay, now for the glitch kill. This flame has a very quirky setup. If you kill 2 flames at once, you will see what I mean. One of them disappears. And it's pretty much, well, optimal if you get at least 1, if not 2, of those glitch kills. The second one is, for me, mostly coincidence. I go for the first one, which reduces the fighting time here by half. Wow, come on, die already. That was a really good fight, actually. I'm surprised. Oh, come on. I got stuck in the block. Whenever you get stuck in the... wow, again. I've never done that before. Whenever you get stuck in terrain, you get pushed upwards when you move left or right. And straight up, you cannot do anything against that. So, if you get stuck in there, I guess, you die. Because touching most of these black blocks, blinking blocks, whatever, is death. No! Oh. As mentioned, it's very easy to lose a ton of time in these rooms. Because navigating those blocks is very finicky again. It's very easy that they go in the completely wrong direction. Also, you can walk on the top left of those black blocks. Black blinking blocks. Wow, what a word. What a thing to say. This is pretty much the only black block you can walk on. Wow. That's a very interesting place to die in, actually. Because you can simply walk and not die. How did I mess that up? That's weird. I back off there because you get stopped for a brief moment after you hit that block. So I take it safe. Oh yeah, volume warning. I was probably a bit late. I'm sorry. Ooh, that was lucky. Come on, come on, come on. Sweet. That was a very good fight. It can go better, however, this requires him to always spawn on ground level where you can simply spam him to death, but I'm fine with that. I didn't die. And he went down fairly quickly. Now for level 10. This is the most unforgiving one in a speedrun, because it has the quirk to it. If you don't die between here and the next 3 saves, you can skip a fairly large portion of well, you can skip an entire room essentially, which is a fairly huge time saver. Wow, okay, I messed it up. I can't save it anymore. Now, it doesn't matter for me, because I'm mostly casually speedrunning this. I simply have to do that room. But if you are trying to get it on a world record level, it is, well, almost required that you get it. Almost. Not quite. And I messed it up again. 110 is, you could say, the hardest one to play on a casual playthrough. And it's not too easy on a for a speedrunner either. How did I mess that up? I totally forgot how to do this. Okay, that's how it goes. I reset here because I can, and don't have to worry. Now, if you didn't die here, between this room and, well, the first part, you could say, this red wall here would already be gone, because you already activated one of those switches. And you could avoid playing this lower part here, which is really convenient because of this. This is pixel perfect. I got it. Wow, that was quick. It's really hard to avoid dying to this small spike down there. Wow, that was good. I usually die a lot more in this room. Now there is a second skip, however, it doesn't save as much time and it's much harder to get, mostly because of this room here. The room with those tons of, what are these, stars? Whatever, is mostly random. It's easy to die in just into RNG. Now here, for this mini-boss, or more of a survival, I have never done this the normal way. You can skip this whole entire, well, 2/3 of the fight essentially, if you simply use the platform to cross the gap there. Wow, it is not only much quicker, but also much easier. When I say easy, I mean easier. It's not easy. At least I don't think it is. Maybe for someone else it is. I don't know. Come on. I really shouldn't die that often to him. It's not that hard, to be honest, once you practice it a lot. Okay, I got it. Now for here, you have to keep your speed... Well, I messed it up. Your speed and jump properly. That's all there is to it. You cannot slow down once, else you do not have enough speed to cross this gap here. And I got it second try already, which is nice, but it's not too hard. Now for this part, I think this is one of the hardest sections of the game. You will see why. Ooh, okay, that's the first part. Second part is much easier, but I still have to focus. Okay, I got it. I think, yes. Whew, that was it.
Success!
Come on, save already. Whew. It is also my favorite section of any world, really. Razor Leaf. Wow. Easy to dodge, easy to mess up. Again. Which attacks missing no uses is absolutely random. You cannot manipulate it. Gust is relatively easy to dodge and well takes a fairly long time to get through, but it's not too bad. You get also a fairly good amount of time to damage him. Wrap, pretty much the easiest thing to avoid. You only have to spam shoot. I like that. Splash, really easy to avoid. But you only get very little time to shoot at him. And Gust again. Yes! Listen! It doesn't matter if you die to him afterwards. You simply get ported to the next world, which is convenient, and the sound bug is amusing in my opinion. Oh, come on. I should have reset. I did actually. My fingers are faster than my brain, it seems. World 11 on average mode is one of the easier, if not the easiest worlds. However, on hard on, you have have one section which makes it much harder actually to play. But overall, it's a fairly easy world. Come on. Come on. Okay. You want to reset before going to the next part. Quite simply, so you get always the same setup for those things. It makes it overall much easier. If you always can practice the same and always get the same. Nevertheless, that was a fairly bad snake section actually. Shouldn't die that often, because it's fairly easy. And I should not die there. Like, not at all. For these green things, you can only pass through them in one direction, as they suggest. These two saves are... well, the last three saves are non-existent on hard-on. Wow. So you have to do this entire thing in one go. Which is really difficult actually. Why did I do this? Oh my god. That's silly. Wow. Okay. That's how you do it. That's actually rather easy, once you know how to do it. I wanted to save. And for the safe jump section... okay, that works. You can skip this tower, however, the setup is... I think double frame perfect. It's hard, actually. I forgot to split. But I'm really glad. What? How bad was my wall 10? Or did I mess up the splits? I think I messed up the splits. Oh. $11 I meant. Oh, come on. You can save by simply standing and shooting from this platform. However, it is a bit random. Stay here to manipulate the plant spawn to the right, which is actually required. Let's see. Okay, I didn't get that. Whoa, that wasn't intended. It works. Yeah, I guess I messed up the splits last time. Okay, I'm too slow, so I have to save and reset here. This is to manipulate the fire bar. Further ahead. And I guess it's useful if you die. Usually you don't want to get that save there, because it's simply not necessary. This whole final path thing is actually really easy. It's also not meant to be hard, I think. It's the last stretch before the final boss, which is awesome. Let's go. Oh, I messed it up. If you're good in mashing, you can do this. Which makes it fairly easy. This is actually the quick kill for Solgren. That was bad. I should have played that better, I guess. But the spawns were not particularly nice. The quick kill is when you kill Solgren before the Nom beast appears. The quick kill is simply killing before Solgren starts his, well, low phase 1 thingy, I guess. And that's how you want to do it, more or less. You can do more damage. Avoiding these green things is fairly easy, actually. Should never die to those once you know how to avoid them. Okay. Those spawns are horrible! Wow. Really? I was lucky. Okay, up to the RNG part. The card is RNG. How he spreads his parts, you could say. That was nice. And the last RNG part is Shang Tsung with his blood splatter. Wow. That worked out, I guess. Well, it's not exactly the last RNG part, however, the last significant one.
Sonic's the name, speed's my game.
The last RNG is actually the bullet hell. It can totally screw you over, however, it's fairly rare and is usually dodgeable. Wow, are you kidding me? That was scary. This looks good, I guess. Yeah, this looks perfectly fine. That was actually a really nice pattern from him. That's it. New PV. Yay. Thanks to me doing so much damage in phase 2 at the beginning, this last phase, flying, actually didn't last all that long. Which is a real advantage if you are good in matching. I guess that's about it. This improvement was long overdue, by the way. I should have gotten that earlier. But I think I'm happy that I finally got that. It's still not below 1 hour, but so much better than before. Thank you, Ireland. I guess I'm not horrible anymore, you could say. Well, that's not entirely true, but whatever. By the way, Ireland, did you ever kill Pete Solgren as Super Meat Boy and then watch the credits? Also, unlike a IWBTB guy, you cannot die during the ending sequence. Well, technically you can die if you mouse over the cursor over your character. However, it still wouldn't change anything, since you would simply get transported into the prize room. So it's not as trolling. In fact, IWBTB is mostly skill and practice. That's about it. It's mostly about practice and skill beating the whole game. It's very, very little trolling actually. Beating it is a real challenge. And for anyone who would like to try it, I really recommend playing it on hard on mode. Because on hard on mode, the bosses are at the exact same difficulty as average mode. And it creates a really nice balance between level difficulty and boss difficulty. The first time you beat any section, really, it's really an awesome sense of achievement you get. I really recommend this. Twitch chat is funky right now, it seems. Is it because of the League of Legends tournament stuff? Possibly, I guess. Well, write your name. I think it would be not exactly fair to ask the chat right now, because there are only so many people that can connect. Oh well. Why not? I usually don't place my name on the leaderboards anymore, quite simply because, well, as a speedrunner you complete the game fairly regularly, and it clutters the leaderboards with your name. So unless I get a good time or good anything really, I will not do that, but I think that was worth it. I finally got a decent time. Not a great, but it was decent. That's about it, I guess. I don't know, I really don't feel like playing anymore after I got that. So, thanks for watching, and if you would like to see actually good runners playing this game, you can follow Kalemandu, Ireland of Endor, Carson Daly, sometimes I think Shadowlink, Cosmic Sense, Denfarok. It's pretty, they are so much better than me, and it's really a pleasure to watch them. I have technically the links all on my Twitch page, on the old one that is. I don't know if you can still see it, but all the runners, I've listed them on the Twitch page. And if you would like to actually get involved in running this, we can help you out on the #Boshy time channel on Speedruns Live IRC. So that's about it. Thank you for watching, and